Well, put that in Greek yogurt instead. So I tested myself. There's some keto cereal that I really like, and of course I love fruit. So I threw that into Greek yogurt at night when you're the most insulin resistant, and I had that at night as the last thing that I ate. And then I checked my glucose an hour later, and it did not shoot up. It was up a little bit, but it didn't shoot up. How often do I eat? Hi, Professor. I'm going to go backwards on all the comments now. Thanks, Rita. Yeah, so please drop some likes. Just double tap that screen. If you want, please, if you're in here, follow me. I talk all about nutrition, fitness, particularly fat loss after the age of 40, 50, and 60 when it does get harder. Everything that you did in your 20s and 30s, by the time you're in your 40s, those things are not working anymore. If you've ever tried to lose weight in your 20s and 30s, you found it a lot easier than trying to lose weight in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, right? So that's what I do. This is my wheelhouse. Yeah, please follow. Share this with other friends. If you have other friends that are in the 40s, 50s, 60s, anyone who is having any issues with blood glucose, they're gaining weight and they can't reverse their weight gain, this is going to be your first line of defense to understanding your glucose. Do you have to wear a glucose monitor? No. Is it fun and cool to wear one? Yes, it is my latest accessory. However, you can just be more wary of how you combine your foods and how much food you eat. So how often do I eat, professorial? I eat 2 meals and a snack, or a few little snacks in between. Thanks, Rita. Hi, Bonnie. I got your message. I didn't have a chance to write back because I was in the shower when I saw it. What percentage of body fat do I have? Toma, so I'm 56. The last time I checked my body fat, I was at 15.7. And that was about 6 months ago. Thank you. I actually have a shoulder injury that's bugging me right now. I'm looking for a new physical therapist. My physical therapist is retiring. I can't marry you, P9. You have to ask my fiance of a million years. Bonnie, so Bonnie, let's all say hi to Bonnie. That's Farm Girl. As a true farmer would, she was on her rideable lawnmower. And do you mind if I share the story, Bonnie? And she fell off and hurt her tailbone. I have had that tailbone injury too as well. So what you have to do is just rest the tailbone, obviously, and you just work around it. When you have an injury, you work around that injury. You just don't do. If you're doing something and you're feeling the site of your injury hurting more and more, then you stop that exercise and you just go to the next one. But there'll be a lot of things that you can do. There'll be a lot of things that you can do on all fours, like all those bird dogs that we do. Dead bugs will be fine because your tailbone is usually off the floor. Hip bridges should be fine too because you're pulling your tailbone off the floor. There's a lot of things that you can do. Side lying exercises, all the side lying stuff, all your side planks, all core from the side, all ab stuff, arm stuff. Yes, I eat healthy. Thanks, Classic. Hey, what's up? Type 1 diabetic is an autoimmune disease, isn't it? Yeah, CK, type 1 is autoimmune. My family, we have genes for type 2. So that's why I have to really be mindful of what I eat, because now I'm at the age at 56. I'm at the age where we start to become more insulin resistant with age. And so now I just really want to monitor it because I think it was from a medication I was taking, but my blood sugar is usually 5.2 to 5.5. First time I ever saw 5.6 on my HbA1c, I freaked out and I was like, okay, what are the companies that sell continuous glucose monitors to lay people, to people who don't already have diabetes or don't already have prediabetes? This is one. NutriSense, there's only a couple. There's one in Europe and this is one in the US. There's only a couple. Other than that, you have to get a doctor's prescription for it. So this is the NutriSense IO. Link is in my bio. I said, I'll promote you guys because I am going to wear you for a while until I get my next glucose test, until I get my next HbA1c test. So type 1 diabetes is you have to be taking insulin from the day you realize you have diabetes. Type 2 is preventable. But it's still, if you have the genes for it, which my family does, it's harder to prevent it, right? So that's why I'm wearing this. So if you have a lot of diabetes in your family and they're, other than that, pretty healthy, so that's not because they eat like shit all the time and they still get diabetes. That's what happened to my family. They don't eat like shit all the time and they still get diabetes. Well, my mom ate like shit all the time. My grandmother and her brother, my older uncle, they had diabetes. And they did not eat like shit all the time. They ate some shit, but they didn't eat like shit all the time, and they still got diabetes. So, Professora thinks I barely eat. Professora, how many calories do you eat? I eat like almost 2,000 calories a day, and I'm about 113 pounds and 5'3". I eat like 1,900 calories a day. So, you think I barely eat. The reason I have low body fat is because of what I eat and what I do for my workouts. I've been a fitness professional for 30 years. You can't out train your diet. This is something I learned by the time I was 40. I should have learned it younger. I didn't have abs till I was like in my late 40s to 50s, because I ate too many carbs. I ate too much sugar. I'm not saying carbs are bad. It's just the ratio relative to how much else you're eating of other foods. So if the majority of your foods, and this is what we used to think, because when I came up in the fitness world,